everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's Steph and today I wanted to run through some of the big announcements that TCL made at their CES 2020 press conference. TCL were all about making life intelligent and they didn't waste time into jumping into some of the new features that are on the way. Introduced by Harry Wu, the Vice President of TCL, with the Tcl Home, which enables TCL products to communicate with each other and existing devices, very much like having a smart hub, as well as their TCL Store, which is designed to connect TCL customers with after-sales support. These will be launching in select markets at first, but they didn't specify which markets they were going to be in. The Alto 9 Plus soundbar was the first audio-visual product announcement out of the gate, and it was one that left me feeling a little confused. They first said it was compatible with Atmos and Raydance technology, but then TCL went on to say that they wanted to make connectivity a lot easier for the end user, and then just complained about HDMI ARC being complicated, which, for those of you who don't know, stands for Audio Return Channel. It requires one single HDMI cable from the soundbar to the TV, but apparently that's the complicated bit. But TCL then proceeded to say that the soundbar needed one single HDMI cable from the ARC return channel to the TV. I'm sorry, what? This apparently though activates the Roku TV Ready program, which seemed like a posh way of saying the contents audio that you watch on your TCL TV and soundbar will come out of the soundbar itself. They rounded this segment off by saying that all TCL soundbars with ARC capability will include the Roku TV Ready function. So it's basically like when you buy a Samsung TV and a Samsung soundbar, and the TV remote controls the soundbar volume, and your contents audio comes out of the soundbar. Am I excited about this? Not really. Now, wireless TCL soundbars working with TCL TVs, so you don't have to use any HDMI cables at all, would have been cool. But maybe that's something that's coming in 2021, who knows. Now TCL went on to announce two new mobile phones, the Tcl 10 Pro and the Tcl 10L, and we're expecting them to arrive around the second quarter of 2020. The big thing about the new phones is something called Next Vision or NXT Vision, which is a hardware chipset and also a software display enhancement, combined with the 4-lens multi-camera setup on the back, in which we can expect a 64 megapixel sensor and even a macro lens, which is similar to the new Samsung A71. They even threw around the term AI technology, which wasn't really too surprising seeing as most phones now come with some form of AI learning. Oh, and also on trend for this year's CES, they mentioned a 5G model which will house a Qualcomm 7 series chipset. The phones will also be found for under $500, so that's not really too bad for what we've heard so far. The last phone, and one that excited the crowd a little that they started clapping, was the announcement of the Tcl Foldable, which is completely in concept at the moment. And they also announced a Project Archery 2.0, which at first looked like one of those mobile phone VR headsets, but I actually think it was a screen that will enable cinematic experiences right in front of your face. Not much else was really mentioned about their phones, and we weren't even allowed any hands-on experience with them after the show. They had two reps standing there showing us the mobile phones, and one guy even tried to get into the settings only for him to have the phone snatched away quickly, so they were being very tight-lipped on that one. But the phones themselves did look great, the back panels of the purple and green variants especially. There's also a new software update coming to select TCL 2019 televisions. The first feature coming is eARC and HDMI 2.1. The second one is variable refresh rate for games consoles, and they showed off 60Hz and 120Hz images. They showed a video of the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game, which uses 60 frames per second while actually inside of the game, and 24 frames per second during the cutscenes to make them feel a lot more cinematic. They're also teaming up with THX to produce a new game mode on their tellies, but nothing really was said on this. Lastly is the IPQ engine calibration app, which is compatible with 6 and 8 series TCL TVs. It'll essentially color correct your screen without the need for expensive technicians or equipment to color calibrate your TV. There's also smart home voice control coming, most notably from Google with their Google Home, and Amazon with Amazon Alexa. They finished off their conference by mentioning the implementation of Vidrian Mini LED technology, which melds TCL's existing LED backlight technology, and then they've gone and made them smaller, so there's more LEDs across the entire back panel, and then they've used a single clear sheet of glass. And essentially this will give a picture a much better luminance grade, as well as give the television the ability to hit a higher contrast ratio. And of course, where would we be at this year's CES without a mention of 8K 8K resolutions, well, TCL has that covered as well, and has even been given an 8K HDR and 8K association certification on their new 2020 televisions. So thank you very much for checking out our TCL CES 2020 press conference roundup. If you enjoyed this video, then do click that like button. Please do subscribe to keep up with all of our latest tech and gaming videos, and there will also be a link in a moment on the left hand side to all of our CES 2020 content. Leave a comment down below if you wanted to discuss any of the TCL offerings here, and we will endeavour to answer those questions for you. As I say, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.